keep us right on the side. Yeah. You know, the breeze gonna be like, y'all stay at 7:30.
Yeah, right.
Come on in. Well, come on in.
Yep.
Come on in. What's up, y'all?
What's
Ricky
up?
and
What's
Will,
up,
can y'all
man?
hear me? It's been a long time.
Loud and
Long
clear.
time.
Alright.
Good to see you guys on the
See
screen.
y'all.
Yeah.
What it do? What it do?
What it do? What it do?
It do what it
Nothing.
do. Yo, man, this has been a minute, y'all. Happy summer.
Happy summer.
Spring,
Yeah.
happy
Summers
winter.
are busy.
Like,
It's almost
Yeah,
over.
that's hard, but vacations and
Mhm.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we
And
back.
you know, this
We back.
the time when everybody, you know, try to take that last minute sequester somewhere,
Right.
and get their mind right before school start.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Now
I'm a
it's
little
school shopping. School
Yeah.
shopping time. Did y'all hear that they going to do like this tax free time, like from August the 26th to on school supplies?
Oh,
stuff?
yes,
Look it up.
yes.
Did you hear
Really?
that?
I heard
Yeah,
about it.
it was like a
Yeah.
certain day, a certain amount of days that
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because the school, you know, the school supply, the season to sell school supplies is one of the biggest you know, financial
Moneymakers, yeah.
one of the biggest
Mhm.
money makers in America, next to like the
Christmas and
Christmas.
Black Friday.
Yeah. So I mean, to knock some taxes off to get us to come back, because a lot of schools supply the materials.
Yeah.
You know, so some parents don't even only go and get the book bags, because a
No,
lot of schools
really?
supply the a lot of schools
Oh,
supply
not our
schools.
schools.
So I
They be
know.
like, bring the soap, bring
Yeah,
the
right.
tissue,
hand
bring the paper
sanitizer.
towel, bring the Lysol. I'm like, what? That's crazy.
I know that's right. Well, it's good to see y'all. Good to be
Good
back.
to see you.
Yes, sir.
We are Chronicles of a Preacher's Kid,
Woo,
and
woo.
we have been, you know, we've been behind the scenes
With the gangster
praying
lean.
and coming together, trying to get back together, and we finally did. Praise God, praise God.
Praise God.
So you know, I'm your MC, Kevy Kev, the professor. And you know, we got the Holy Triune here, all right, the Holy Trinity here, right? I'm not the Father, but I, you know, if y'all want to call
He's
me
the Godfather.
Give it up for Ricky DeVos. Ricky DeVos. How you doing, Ricky?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Can't
Can't
Everything
complain.
well in your world?
Everything's well in my world.
I hear you a little nasally.
I am. I
Yeah,
got a little
yeah.
snotty McNaughty.
Yeah.
I don't got the COVID though. Don't got the
Okay.
cocoa.
We're going to pray that God
cocoa.
gives you swift deliverance
Yes.
in the infirmity.
Yes.
All right.
Pray that cold up out you.
All right.
Yeah.
Summer colds are the worst.
Yeah.
How you not gonna be breathing in 90-degree weather?
Listen.
That's the
Listen,
worst.
Ricky, we got another strain of COVID that's coming back.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that these tests don't pick it up either.
Right.
Detect
right.
it. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you know, we got to mask up. The minimum I'm going to do is throw my mask back on, you know, and drink my green tea. Big Will. Big Will's
sir.
in the house.
Yes, sir.
What's up,
Yes,
Big
sir.
Will? What's up, Big
going
Will?
on?
What's
Glad
going
to be in the
on?
number. Glad to be in the number.
All right, give
One
me your
more time.
testimony. Give me your testimony. Talk to me. What's your testimony right now? Come on now.
Everything's good, man. You know, just maintain the summer time. My daughter's home from college. She's going back Sunday.
Oh man, that was fast.
Yeah, so it was good to have her home, and I get the parent anxiety when she's not here.
Right.
So I have faith that God's gonna protect her, but my
Yes.
flesh and me being a parent still worries a little bit while she's not here.
Right.
But I know she makes good decisions. She has good circles, so
And
prayerfully
she's aware of her surroundings.
aware. Yep, I stressed that.
Right.
You was at the party,
Right.
so she's aware of her surroundings, and I just keep her prayed up, keep her in your prayers.
Yeah.
She did great. Her first year. She
Oh,
was
awesome.
I believe she was on the dean's list.
Oh my goodness. She went there and rocked it. She's like, what? And I see she got no boyfriend.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely learning how to be a dad to a grown up. So other than that, man, I've been blessed. Blessed.
All right.
How about you, Kevin Cav?
All right.
What's up with you, brother?
Yo, listen, through the storm and the rain, sunshine and the pain, I am still here. All right. Listen, God has been good. We got, we be having our challenges here and there, at work and in the fam. But listen, it's life. It ain't gonna be life unless we got a few things that we gotta dodge and we gotta pick up the pieces from and keep on moving. I was able to go down South Carolina to Myrtle Beach with the family and just, get a little chocolatey. And hit the
little almond,
little
little
almondy, but listen, I enjoyed it, man. I was able to disconnect, not have to worry about work.
Yeah, man.
And just I enjoyed that and catch up on some Z's, so that was a blessing. So all is well on this end. I'm excited to get back, in the flow of things and run our mouths about some spicy topics, some spiciness. I see you, Balmore. Balmore is right there with us. What up, Balmore? Balmore, I see you, Balmore. More Homes Realty Group.
Yes, sir.
Doing your thing.
Shout out More
Shout
Homes
out to them.
Realty Group.
Yep. Jabbar Moore and his beautiful wife, Jerice Moore. If you guys are looking for a house, buy, sell, rent, they're it.
Look at that. Buy dirt. That's his name.
Yes, buy dirt.
I'm still waiting on my t-shirt,
man. Get some dirt. Okay.
I want to buy dirt t-shirt.
Yeah. And we got Mother. Let me put it up here. We got Mother Marsha. Mother Marsha. Hey, Mother Marsha. Good to see Mother Marsha. Good to see Mother Marsha. Listen, we back in the building. We back here. We want to talk. We want to get your comments. We got a little topic that we want to, kind of unpack, disseminate, and see where we go from there. We're going to deal with the power of the tongue in a society that will cancel your behind very, very quickly if you don't double back and apologize.
Real fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
You better. If it's one thing you better learn how to do is to apologize very quickly. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to throw up our topic tonight, if I can, get everything together. But we dealing with the power of the tongue in a cancel culture society. We dealing with a lot of things that if you don't say the right things or if you don't post the right things, it could have some.
You don't even believe the right things.
Yeah. You could be facing some serious backlash. I'm not a celebrity. None of us are celebrities, but we can face the same type of backlash from people who we might consider friends or coworkers or things of that nature for your words or for your posts on social media. And we looked at a couple weeks ago, Jamie Foxx had came out and he was and he gave an explanation of his post, but he posted on Twitter, they killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Hashtag fake friends, hashtag fake love. And after that, there was a firestorm that ascended on Jamie Foxx, all right, because immediately the Jewish community, many people from the Jewish community took offense to one simple word in that post by Jamie Foxx, which was they. All right, who is they? All right, so the Jewish community was offended because they automatically came to the conclusion that Jamie Foxx was referring to the Jewish community, and they feel like the whole concept of the Jews being the party responsible for putting Jesus to death has been a form of anti-Semitism over the years, something that they are not responsible for. So they figured, here's another black face to attack with Jamie Foxx, because he has to be insinuating the fact that it is the Jewish community responsible for Jesus's murder, not looking at the fact that Jamie Foxx wasn't talking about Jews. He wasn't talking about the Jewish community, and he really wasn't getting too biblical or religious with his post, right? What he was trying to emphasize was that he felt that he was wronged by some people that he trusted. All right. So this is the foundation of our discussion on tonight is what you post, what you talk about. People will get offended by those things. And should we have a responsibility to curtail and watch what we say, or do we have the right to say what's on our mind at any given time? Amen, somebody. So what y'all talking? What we saying? What we talking about? We talking about the power of the tongue. And we got scripture to back it up. What we got, Ricky? We got a few different scriptures to back it up, right?
Well, yeah, we do. We had Proverbs 18:20.
Yeah.
18:7. And it says, fool's mouth is his ruin, and his lips are a snare to his soul. The mouth of fools are their ruin. They trap themselves with their lips. Fools are undone by their big mouths. Their souls are crushed by their words.
Yeah. And then we had James. I know James was on there. James chapter 3.
James was a long one.
James was a long one.
3:1-11. But we did. I'll go back to them. We did have Proverbs 18:7. 17:28. It says, even a fool who keeps silent is considered wise. When he closes his lips, he is deemed intelligent.
My. When he closes his lips. When you shut your mouth, you look like a smart person.
Right.
Right. There's also a scripture in the Bible, I think, Ricky and Will, that says study to be quiet. Right? Quiet. That's a good one. It's a course called Be Quiet.
Study to be quiet.
And we also had, like you said, Ricky, we had James. James was a long one, but one verse that stands out from James is verse 8.
Okay.
But
verse
the
8.
tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil full of deadly poison. Right. That's just one verse. We looked at that whole from verse 1
that whole
to 11,
thing. Yeah.
But that verse 8 kind of, is one of the major pointers in that. So I know we got some more scripture, Ricky.
Well,
but
one more. Let me do Matthew 12:36. It says,
Read
the book.
Read. But I say unto you that every idle word that a man shall speak, they shall give account therefore in the day of judgment. So every word.
In the day of judgment. So
in the day of judgment.
The things that you said to rile those people up for the January 6th takeover, you're gonna be held accountable for them words in the day of judgment.
They got the tapes and the receipts.
Oh my goodness. The Twitter tapes too, brother.
Twitter tapes.
Yeah. So and Mother Marcia is right there with us. The tongue is on fire from hell.
Woo. That's strong.
And that's the thing, what you say has the potential to either heal or to hurt relationships, right? What you post also has the potential to do that as well. So real quick, looking at the Jamie Foxx thing, y'all, what do y'all think about this? You know, we see Jamie's post. They killed killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Fake friends, fake love, and then maybe a few days later, Jamie Foxx comes out with the apology,
right,
saying that he didn't want to. There was no harm that he intended to the Jewish community, you know, but he just wanted to talk about. Really, his focus was just on someone that he thought was loyal to him doing him dirty in some way, shape, or form. Do y'all feel like that Jamie had something that he needed to apologize for right there? Talk to me, y'all.
No, I think he was just held. No, I don't think he should have had to apologize. It wasn't like that. Wasn't even. I don't know if that he made the actual post, like, you know, he put those words in there, or if he kind of like copied and pasted from somewhere else and just added that friendship part. I don't know. I'm not even sure if it was his own words, you know. So you can't even post anything. But I don't think so. Not for this one. I mean, not saying for all of them across the board, because, you know, there is some that are, you know, a little borderline racist. But I don't think so when it comes to this one. It's like, why? Was it the Jesus or the they? I'm not sure.
Okay. Will, what you think, Will?
I think it was both. You know, based on history and based on what the Bible says, they and Jesus together, people, I think that community is automatically going to think that it's referring to them. Now, Jamie Foxx put it in that context. I don't believe that he was being, you know, any way towards the Jewish community, but that's just the society that we live in right now. Is the culture, you know, is very, very sensitive to certain things. Now, if it was, and you know, now if it was something to do with us, it'd be a different story. You know, and it wouldn't be too many outcomes from it. It wouldn't be anybody apologizing for it.
No, everybody else, every other culture, every other race, every other religion is untouchable, except for, you know, Christians and African Americans, and, you know, which is sad.
And granted, you know, over the decades, you know, the Jewish community has endured a lot.
Absolutely.
Through hate, through, you know, verbal language on how, you know, they're described. So, you know, it would be a given that it would be taken that way, but I don't think Jamie Foxx would his comment really had to do with them. He probably could have chose something different.
But why?
He probably could have chose a different example, Ricky. Why not use Judas? Why not use Judas as your example of a fake friend, instead of being so broad?
Maybe he didn't know about Judas. Maybe he didn't know.
Jamie Foxx grew up in the church.
I know. I'm just saying, though.
He could have said, sell me for 7 pieces of silver or something like that. You know what I mean?
People say whatever they want to say. So I guess this is where it's like free speech versus cancel culture. Like there is no such thing as free speech.
And he has the right within parameters, apparently, to say what he wants to say.
He does. Like where did he post it on Twitter?
Yes.
X.
It's not like
X.
Did they remove it? Did they delete it?
When he started feeling the backlash, he deleted the post, or his team
because he was getting all that slack. But it wasn't like he posted something that didn't meet their standards or guidelines for being appropriate.
But whenever and you know, this is when, you know, we could talk about those protected categories thing, because anybody can say that they were offended by your post.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? You know, anybody can say that, you know, that if I'm using Twitter, if I'm using IG, anybody can say, well, this post of Will falls in the guidelines of offensive posting, and I'm going to report him. You know, y'all be seeing it online, report this or that if, you know, you feel like you've been bullied or, you know, this, that, and the other. So anybody can say that this falls in the category of Will or Ricky making a post that has offended me. You know, it's me that matters really, and not your post.
Right, but I think the difference is that he's a celebrity. If I posted something that was offensive, I might go on Facebook
he was a black
jail
celebrity
or IG jail for a couple weeks. But you know, people are looking, and I think people are already always looking for something to fight against or to complain about. Really, Like who's the person that reported and who's the person that first said something about Jamie Foxx's post? Who has time for that?
Right. And then get mad at the people who liked it. So it wasn't even like it didn't just stop at his post. It didn't just stop with him. It whoever liked the post. Like you can't even support nobody.
Was it Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Is she Jewish?
I don't know.
No.
Because she got backlash and then she condemned. I'm sorry, go ahead, Kev.
No, go ahead. No, you on point.
Then she liked it, and then she started getting backlash, and then she condemned Jamie.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's the fake friends that he's talking about right there. Regardless of what she is.
Mayday. Man down.
Oh man, yeah, she was the true definition of that post.
Yeah, she's the they.
Right.
She's the
they. Mama Marsh said something. It left my screen. Do you see the comments?
Yeah, pull it back.
Oh, there you go. Or it was another one right before that. I don't know if it goes together.
Ministers of Life.
Oh, Ministers of Life. And then, all right, the next one. She was saying that, or was Jamie Foxx just using the example of Jesus to his advantage?
Right.
I don't know. I just think that that's the biggest thing somebody could compare to. Like if they, you know, like Jesus is famous. Like if they killed Jesus, then you know who are you?
He
turned water. He even kept the party going. He turned water into wine. So if they turned on him,
you are nobody. And they gonna do it.
So let's look at the word "they" for a second, because I believe this is what the Jewish community and those of the Anti-Defamation League with the Jewish Anti-Defamation League were really concerned about, was the they. And they just assumed that the they referred to the Jews who many people say were responsible for putting Jesus to death. You know, when, you know, yes, we know biblically it was the Roman government, because only the Roman government, who was occupying and governing Israel at the time, only they had the authority to issue the death penalty, right? So yes, technically it wasn't the Jewish community that put Jesus to death. If you want to get
technical,
get very detailed about it, because again, even the crucifixion was a form of the death penalty from the Roman government. You know, but we do know from scripture that there was a group of those of the Jewish community that hated Jesus because of his popularity, right? And hated him because of the works that he did, hated him because he challenged the Jewish religious leaders and, you know, their form of spirituality. He challenged them on that. You know, so we know that it was a small group of the Jewish community that wanted Jesus dead, right? But we can't say that the entire Jewish community was responsible. It took part in that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I was looking at that similar to Malcolm X. Malcolm X, you know, he was murdered by one of us, right? He was murdered by one of our people, allegedly, you know, there's a big lawsuit now that's going on behalf of Malcolm X's family. because they believe that there's evidence that that the city of New York and the government was responsible for putting all of that emotion
Emotion.
to kill Malcolm X. But
Wow.
still,
J. Edgar Hoover.
right, but still it was allegedly a black man who gunned down
Right.
Malcolm X. Now, people could say, well, black people was responsible for the killing of Malcolm X because it was allegedly a black man that shot him. I would take offense at that because I would say no. You always got a core of people that will turn of your family, of your own kind, that will, not think, not even pause before they try to do harm to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, while we can say, yeah, the Roman government was responsible, we know that there was a group of Jewish religious leaders that was really pushing for Jesus to be his life to be taken and for him to be snuffed out. So I mean, would y'all agree? That the they, how one could perceive that word they could say, okay, you're talking about the entire Jewish community. What y'all think?
Or is it just guilt?
My mind.
Honestly,
All right, Johnny Gill.
I think that's part of it when it comes to this topic.
Yeah.
When it comes to Jesus, is always been some form of guilt, in my opinion.
Because that was so fast. He put it up, and like 2 seconds later, they tried to cancel him. Like that's like, what? Really?
Yeah. And Jamie Foxx just getting off of being sick.
Right. He ain't want no smoke. He was not about that smoke.
I kind of felt bad for him.
I did too.
Because he has a lot of projects coming up. He just had
what I'm sure with a lot of Jewish people.
And I'm surprised at the post too, Ricky and Will, because he just coming out of a coma, and you saying somebody betrayed you? Was somebody trying to pull the plug while you was, what happened?
That's not funny. I'm sorry.
Like he had posted that his daughter and his sister was there for him and he had a whole lot of other people, and then boom, you see this post. Like what happened? Like,
like you just woke up.
You just woke up.
And a lot of people post personal stuff, when they try to make a point. And that's not always good because a lot of times people don't know what you're talking about. It just seems like, what are you talking about? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? And sometimes people do that for attention too.
Yes.
So who knows? Who knows what Jamie Foxx was going through? It could have been somebody that leaked some information while he was out.
Yeah.
Somebody that did something wrong financially for him, his financial handlers. But who knows what it could have been?
I feel like this cancel culture is not even just canceling out famous people, superstars or whatever. It's trying to cancel out Christianity or as a whole, like anything that has to do with Jesus, anything that has to do with Christians, that's what's being attacked. You don't see that much with any other religion. You don't see I think they're just trying to cancel out anything, like almost like scare tactic. Like if you say anything that has to do with Jesus or Christian, you're going to, being Christian, you're going to be canceled out because it's offensive.
Or if you're speaking against something that the Bible stands on.
So they're trying to cancel out the religion. Period.
I think in his prime, Louis Farrakhan used to come on under heavy fire from the Jewish community because he didn't hold back.
He ain't hold
He ain't hold back.
No, he did not
devils.
Hold his tongue.
Yeah. So he's one that's endured that whole cancel culture even before it's become trending in this generation. You know what I'm saying? And still he has a lot of strength. He still has a lot of people that really look to him for mentorship, and he's still, advocating for Black people. So
So is the cancel culture is,
mhm,
like some people see it um like for a call for accountability, or like for
mm,
making people accountable for their words, their actions, their posts, or whatever. And then other people see it as censorship, or of a punishment.
Yeah.
mhm,
So what is it? Which and I know this. They
mhm,
said that the cancel culture kind of just started between like 2010 to now, but I think it's been around way
yeah.
longer
It's
than
just got
we
a
just put a
name
name
for it.
to it now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because before it was just historical silencing, like they
Yeah.
just wanted to shut us up about stuff that was happening or going on, or beliefs or religion or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
If,
so
even if you
Mhm,
look at Muhammad Ali and what he
mhm,
went through when he denounced the government going
yeah.
to himself going to Vietnam.
Yeah.
They
Mhm,
tried to cancel him. They tried to put him in
yeah,
prison.
yeah.
They took his title from him.
they
Mhm,
tried to take him
So
out.
they
yeah.
tried to take him out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been around for
Mhm,
Yeah,
forever. I believe
yeah.
it's just different forms, and
mhm.
with social media is definitely something that
Right.
takes hold super fast. Like before,
Yeah.
you had the
Yeah.
newspaper and the news and
Yeah.
everything, but
Mhm.
now it's right there. The access is right there.
Well, guess
Yeah.
what? The death of Jesus, they tried to cancel that. That was a cancellation,
Oh
like a
man,
cancel
did they?
culture.
Yes,
Like
they
they
did.
did not like what he was saying, doing, and
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
know,
That's the first
that was the
example.
first cancel culture.
But
Yeah.
even before that, in the Old Testament, remember that Pharaoh was killing all the male babies
Oh yeah, because he.
because
Yeah,
because they thought that Jesus was coming back then.
Hmm.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
That's
it's crazy.
canceling.
Yeah. That
First,
and
that's canceling firstborns and
yeah. Every firstborn male baby was getting
yeah,
yeah,
slaughtered in Moses' time, and then around the birth of Jesus.
yeah,
yeah,
Remember, I think it was Herod. Herod was sending them. He asked the wise men, "Where this baby going to be born at?"
right.
yeah,
Trying to say he want to go see the baby. No, he
Yeah,
want to go kill the
right.
baby.
He wanted to see him,
yeah.
all right.
He want to
And,
see the yeah. He want to see him. He want to see that baby's head on the platter. That's
hmm
what he
and
want.
that's why not Moses, Mary and Joseph were in an Airbnb
Yeah.
because they was on the run. They was on the run because
Yeah, they
Jesus
was
was
on the
Yes,
run.
coming.
Jesus was canceled.
Yeah,
Mama
Yes,
Mars said
yeah.
Jesus can't. Absolutely, he was the. I know. I
Yeah.
was sitting here thinking. I'm like,
yeah.
Yes.
Jesus
that's
was
what they
canceled.
did to get right. They
Oh,
canceled him. They was
watch
like,
it. You
ugh,
said they. You said they.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, don't do it. There it seems like the devil always kind of knew that God had a plan,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but didn't know when it was going to take place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's why he used people like Pharaoh, and he had, like Mother Marcia saying, he had the prophets killed
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because trying to silence the message about the soon coming Jesus, but
Mm-hmm.
it was hidden from you know uh, anybody that could really try and prevent that from occurring. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Um, so it was one thing that Mother Marcia had said this up top. Jesus' death was planned before the foundation of the world. He laid down his own life for all of us, and that's key because in essence, why are we even arguing and feeling a certain way about who killed Jesus? Because it was
Right.
necessary for him to
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
he
For
didn't
us to have
die,
salvation.
we would not have salvation. We
Right.
would
Mm-hmm.
just be, still walking around like Adam and Eve, ashamed of our nakedness,
Right.
you know, and not having no way to get back in favor with God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a good thing, but
We be
nobody wants to accept the blame.
we be
You
around
know,
here
and that's what we're
sacrificing
talking
goats
about
and
accountability. Because although the Jews weren't solely
okay.
responsible, they were an accessory. That small group of people, of religious leaders and things of that nature, they were accessories to murder. And we all are, except every time we sin, right?
Excuse me.
Every time we sin, that is us again being an accessory to the murder of Jesus Christ to show that it was necessary for him to die. So, but here, so let's go to this. So, I had sent it out earlier. I had sent it out a little. Well, I think it was either earlier today. But I was looking at one of the posts that was on one of the Facebook websites, and somebody brought up the discussion about posting anonymously.
Oh yeah.
So the question that I have is that, do you guys, when you see a post from someone, you know, sometimes the if you like it, if it grabs your eye, if it grabs your attention, you immediately, some people will like it, other people will go a step further and share it. You know, do you guys think first before you like a post on social media? Based, and I want to know, based off of what? Is it based off of the person that posted it? Is it based off of looking at the content and seeing how other people, because the thing is, other people can interpret it 100 different ways. I.e., just like with Jamie Foxx, many people could interpret they in 1,000 different ways. So, do y'all, before y'all see that post, girl, you better fix that crown on your head. You know, y'all seen that post. Girl, fix that crown on your head. Whatever. Do y'all think about, before you hit the like, Ricky and Will, do you think about, wait a minute, who's this for? Who's this saying this? What is the interpretation that or what is the point that they are trying to get across? What comes to your mind before you simply press that like? Because it could hold you as an accessory to the beliefs.
I definitely think about the consequences before I push like. Some things I'll read, but I will not participate.
Tell me why. Tell me why, Ricky.
Just wisdom. Just not fear, not not wanting to be part. Just wisdom. It's like, listen.
Yeah.
You know, they done found all types of ways, you know, like even though social media was created to let a large number of people, you know, come together to voice their dislikes, their disapprovals of certain things, jobs, political, you know, whatever. That was what was meant to be. But basically, you go up on there, you're going there at your own risk, you know, like saying stuff, liking stuff, friending people, allowing people to be your friends, like all that is a mess. And so it's like, even though it's supposed to be there for you to be able to voice your thoughts, it really muzzles you all at the same time. I know that's weird. It's like
two coexist, Ricky.
Right, but it does. It's like, talk, but then you don't talk. It's like, so it's but I definitely just use wisdom. I don't mess with any of those things that have to do with my job or my church or anything like that. I don't.
Okay, all right. So you got certain areas that you really cautious before you like.
No, even with my personal, because with our job, you know, working for the state, it don't matter.
So I'm saying you got certain areas.
I don't mess with them. I don't mess with politics. I don't put
politics, religion, anything that got to do with the job. Okay, so you got certain protected areas.
All the protected categories. I don't mess with them.
Go ahead, Will. What you got?
I don't like every single thing. I scroll past a lot of stuff. You know, I like what is kind of in line with what my beliefs are. You know, culturally, you know, I'm very in tune to my culture, our culture. So there's some things that I like, but I don't like every single thing that comes up there because there's a lot of negative stuff. I usually try to post positive things. I don't post a whole bunch of cussing.
Yeah.
I post a lot. So I post some family stuff. I don't post every single thing, but I do post a lot because and I've gotten a lot of comments from people that see my posts with my family, and they're inspired,
encouraged,
and they like to see me and my son being posted. So I don't definitely don't stay. I don't mess with work.
Yeah.
Even on those sites that are, I think there's a DCPP friends page.
Yeah.
I might post something on there once or twice, but it's usually about people not putting gas in the cars or leaving the cars dirty. But I don't get involved because
and that's falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, exactly. For decades.
Yeah.
But because those type of sites, the administration, they have people that watch and look at that stuff. They might even be on there on ghost pages just to see what people are posting. So I stay away from that because I'm a couple years from retirement. I don't want no problems.
Right.
And it's more hassle than than good to get involved in any type of stuff like that.
Right. Now let me throw this curveball at y'all. Don't tell me that y'all don't look at the individual that has posted it also as criteria of whether or not you're going to like it or not like it, because there's some Negroes on there that are messy. Okay. Let's go back to Jamie's post real quick, because in a way I can say Jamie was messy for posting that. Why don't you just directly talk to the individual that has infuriated you
instead of
posting it? Okay. And I fault Jennifer Aniston for liking that, because Jamie can be messy. His mouth, his humor. You know what I'm saying? And by the looks of that post, Jamie has a problem with somebody. So why are you gonna like it when it looks messy?
Because it was probably Jamie Foxx.
So go back to my original point here. Don't tell me y'all don't look at the person that has posted it as, okay, I'm not even touching it.
Yeah.
Huh? No, I do. I take that into account, but I don't think Jamie Foxx's post was a cause for canceling the brother out or for him having to,
right,
to have to apologize.
I'm just saying in terms of us, and what we like on social media and what we scroll through, we do take into consideration the person that has posted the material.
Let me tell you something. I have liked stuff that I agreed with, but thought about it. It's like, that's a little boring. And I went back and absolutely. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. You think about it, you're like, how's this going to look? What's this going to bring?
Okay.
Once it might not even be that bad, but it's like
second guessing.
But what was it based on?
But then you got somebody taking a screenshot of it, and Ricky liked it.
Yes, no, that fast, absolutely,
that fast.
So that's why I just stopped.
But see, nowadays, a lot of people don't talk anymore.
No,
people don't confront people on stuff anymore. They do it second-handedly on
like
social
Jamie.
Media. Like Jamie.
That's why
instead of
messy.
talking to that person about what their issue is. And some people just do it to get something off their chest, but most of the time that doesn't work, because most of the time that person might not even know that you're talking about. Because there was one time I was about to post something like that, and I'm like, that's corny, and I deleted it. Because why? And then I end up going and talking to the person about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's corny for me to put that out there. That's
Yeah. Because y'all know people that that we all are friends with on social media, and if it's family or if it's friends or whatever circle they're in our lives, you know that there are certain ones that might be going through some challenges and that might have no filter, you know, about what they will say and what they will post. So definitely one of my criterias before I like or I might, you know, share something is that I look at who it is
Yeah.
first. You know, that's what I look at, because the content might be dope. You know what I'm saying? It might, you know, speak truth and maybe in some people's minds in a harsh way. And you look at who that person is and you realize, you know, that person may be someone that really doesn't really know how to communicate in a way that's gentle and loving. And this is directed at something that has just happened, you know, in their personal space. You know what I'm saying? So for me to like it, you know, would almost be me, you know, just kind of jumping on the bandwagon or jumping on board to whoever they might have a problem against. So the person that sees the post that Jamie got the problem with sees all these likes, all these people. Oh, they got a problem with me now because of what you know what I'm saying. This is how people in their mind begin to interpret some of the posts and some of the things that people will say. You know, you don't never know how a person may receive something. You know, it's exhausting, but it's so
it
many
is.
things that you got to take into consideration, right?
Well, I think
So
social
is there?
media. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Is there what?
Go ahead, Ricky. Go ahead,
No, I
Ricky.
was just going to say social media has just made it 10 times harder for Christians. I'm just going to say Christians because you know, all this stuff is said, all, you know, corruption, bad stuff, evil, false prophets, you know, all this stuff is flooded in social media, right? And it's caused Christians to kind of back down because the Bible definitely that tells us that God's people are expected to respond to, like, you know, a corrupt world that calls evil good and good evil, and you know that we're as Christians are supposed to be held at a higher standard, right? But and I know we're supposed to be slow to speak, but now Christians are slow to speak, like because they're not speaking at all because they're scared of the repercussions.
Right. There are
Of it.
churches that, Ricky and Will, that could lose their 501c3, their tax exempt
Nonprofit, yeah.
status
Wow.
if they speak against the LG community. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's too much
That won't
control.
that
That's,
won't honor gay marriages in their churches. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know that's some of the things that you know they have to deal with
yeah,
if they're going to take a stance against, you know, certain
yeah,
topics that's
yeah.
Yeah.
in the world today. You know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
just the cancel culture just made those other communities not saying that they shouldn't have rights or anything like that. It just made them so much stronger than the church or anything like that. It's just it's making church and religion and just like their hands are tied with a lot of stuff now because legal repercussions and you know.
So you know, as we kind of sum it up, I want to ask y'all this question: what's the major responsibility that we have? Is it to bridle our tongue, or is it to speak truth to power? You know, or is it to, you know, to be truthful and honest, no matter if it might hurt or offend somebody? What's more of our responsibility as believers? To restrain what needs to be said in the moment that it needs to be said, or should we just feel like, you know, if I gotta say it, no matter how hard it might hurt or how deep it might cut, I have to say it? What is more of our responsibility? Which side are y'all on in this?
I think I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I
I,
think
I
it's both.
yeah, I think it's telling the truth, but choosing your words wisely. Because there's you can say things in a certain way that don't offend, but you have to speak the truth. So it's kind of like you said, Ricky. It's kind of like you're in the middle, you know, because you want to stand on truth, but you know
Yeah, you just
all
have
the other
to.
stuff that
Yeah,
comes with it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You know, Jesus said, "I'd rather you be hot or cold, because if you lukewarm, I'm gonna spit you
But,
out."
Mhm.
So y'all saying y'all lukewarm about it?
No, it's saying
Neither
that, like
hot
we
or
said, that
cold,
that's slow
because
to.
Jesus
It's
just spit you out. He just spit
No,
y'all
is that
out.
slow to speak, slow to wrath. Like it's like you have to sit there and think before you do something and start something bigger. Not saying that you're not going to take the truth, but you have to make sure that you doing it the right way. Because just because you're speaking the truth doesn't make it doesn't produce like the righteousness of God just because you're saying it. Because you know what I'm saying. Like it
Okay.
has to be done
Mm-hmm.
it has to be done with
done
love.
tastefully. That's the
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
it has
yeah.
to be done
So
with
that's what
love.
I'm
I mean,
saying. It's like both of them. We do have to watch. We can't just because we're Christians and it's the truth doesn't mean we get to go around saying whatever we want to whoever we want in the way we want. Like that's
yeah,
not. And then we should be bold enough to say, "Hey, that ain't right. This
Yeah.
is what the word says. This is what God says. This is,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
whatever." So that's why I was saying in between, not lukewarm. I think they just go hand in hand. I think that's
yeah.
smart.
Okay. Will, do you think there in in this age of sensitivity and being offended very quickly
Mhm.
and people finding your words to be very harsh, do you think there is a way still to navigate telling the truth and not hurting somebody's feelings in this day and age? Is that still possible?
I think it's possible. And like I was saying, you just have to choose the right words to say.
Mhm.
You can't go around condemning people without seeing their heart first. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
just like growing up, older people, you give them respect, but a lot of times people that are older
Yeah.
think they can say anything because they lived, but
Hmm.
that's not always the case.
Right. Hmm.
You got to be
That's right.
wise. You got to use wisdom, pretty much.
Okay.
You got to
But
use wisdom.
the truth
Um,
don't always feel good.
It doesn't.
So,
It's sure enough
like, I
doesn't.
don't, you can't try to not hurt people's feelings. Because everybody is, oh my God, if we had to try to figure out how to not hurt everybody's feelings, we would be
Going crazy.
exhausted.
Yeah.
mm,
So
yeah.
that's just a part of being human. Like people are
Yeah.
just super, super sensitive.
Right.
And especially during this time,
Right.
it's like
Right.
they're
This
just, you might
Right.
as well
There's
forget
no
it.
escaping it.
There's no
So
this the
escaping it.
right.
this
Right.
the Ralph
Okay.
Tresvant
You need a
generation.
man with sensitivity.
Sensitivity.
They don't exist.
A man like me.
They don't exist.
No, they do.
So as we wrap it up though, I kind of feel like what Ricky just said, like there is no way that you really are going to escape at some point in your life if you are telling someone the truth in your family, on your job, in your church, that one way or another you might be crucified
Yeah.
for your stance or for what
Mhm,
it is that you believe is right.
mhm.
No matter how you wrap it up in a beautiful package and say it with some very flowing and eloquent words, irregardless, someone's going to be offended at your correction, your rebuke, or the stance that you'll take. So while it may be a way to navigate that, I truly feel like, you're going to offend somebody no matter what.
No matter what.
Somebody's going to be offended. And I
Mhm.
know we wrapping up, but on our, like I was saying, on some jobs, they do have these protected categories that if you are just playing some music from Power 99 at your desk on low. If somebody is offended by something sexist or misogynistic that might be in the music, you can get a complaint against you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
But then you also got to use wisdom if you're in that space
mm-hmm,
and there's other people around that aren't. You don't. Everybody's not in tune to what you're in tune
Yeah.
to. You got
right,
to
right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Listen to
use
instrumentals.
yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Smooth jazz.
put some
yeah,
headphones on.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Be-
accidents happen.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
even
Accidents
Christian
happen.
music, even you're
Right.
saying
And
like
Exactly.
offensive music. But even if we put Christian
Even if you
uplifting, they would be
exactly.
offended.
If I play
Yeah.
some Kirk
Yeah.
Franklin at my
Oh yeah.
desk,
No, people go ahead behind the
somebody will
histories.
have a problem with it, Will.
What
Yeah.
my people say? Did y'all see Kurt Franklin winding himself up?
Stop.
Yeah, I saw.
Yes.
I saw it.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
so that's it. I mean, I guess we're gonna have a cancel culture that's gonna be with us from now until
forever. I
Jesus
think it's just
comes.
going to get worse.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah, I
get
don't.
worse.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
It's annoying. It's
It is.
annoying because every
Yeah.
time you turn on something,
Mhm.
somebody's getting canceled.
Yep.
Some
Yeah.
people need to be canceled.
No. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like Mr.
Yeah.
West. You need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I
but this,
hated to see Jamie Foxx being lumped in with like
Yeah, because that was
Kanye
not on
West,
this,
and
or Will
it
Smith.
wasn't.
That's not even on the same level.
yeah,
Right. Right.
Not
Exactly.
even. Yeah.
Exactly.
they can't
Um.
cancel. They can't cancel me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the only thing we can agree on is that we got to pray for wisdom because,
Yeah,
we don't necessarily need to say everything that's on our mind. We got to
No.
pray that God will give us the right time and the right
The right
words
words.
in order
Uh-huh.
to bring
to
correction into a person's life.
Yeah.
Because everything we say is for not, you got to read the room. You got to be able to read the room and know your
yeah,
audience and know that everything that you're about is not for everyone. And
right.
you got to pray that God gives you, if you got it on your heart to share with somebody, pray that God gives you the right moment, the right season, and the right way to communicate that word to somebody that you love.
Now,
Hmm.
do you think any Romans were offended by that post?
I don't know.
We have to check with Italy and Sicily,
I,
With
I,
Sicily,
I
Rome,
yeah,
Rome. Yeah.
I never
calling all
hear,
Romans
Yeah.
any Romans complain about me, about the death of
Yeah.
Jesus.
because they don't
Yeah,
feel guilty.
They don't
yeah,
feel guilty
yeah,
about it. They
yeah,
don't.
So,
They
but
don't.
anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
good show, guys.
Good
yeah.
show,
Good
yo.
topic.
Thank you, Mother Marcia. She hit us with the we are responsible for others.
Absolutely.
And the crazy thing as we
And
close
ourselves.
up, you know that the Bible does say that if we don't correct our brothers and sisters, the blood is on our hands.
Hmm.
Mm,
So we are responsible for the life and death of individuals that we love spiritually if we don't. And that's the risk that we just have to take. That
yeah,
either someone that we love is going to receive the word of correction or that they're going to cut us off. But the blood won't be on my hands. The guilt that I feel or the heaviness that I feel to get that word across to them has been lifted. I did my job and the blood's not on my hands. So whether they get it or they don't get it, you
yeah.
can't say it was because Brother Kev or Brother Will or Sister Ricky didn't give them that timely word that they needed. Hey, y'all, that's all we got.
That's all we got.
Yeah, even the
Hey.
dog said amen.
Listen,
All right.
we're gonna get back together and we're gonna bring some things out. Mother Marsha with the last word right here. All things are lawful, but not expedient. Hey,
Hmm.
man, I think that's
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Corinthians somewhere. Mother Marsha. Thank you
Hmm.
so much,
All
brother
righty.
brother Will, sister
Yes,
Ricky.
sir.
Ricky, you better take some hot green tea with some honey
And
and some
lemon.
turmeric and ginger. Put it in there. Bam, open you up, knock
Right.
that thing out.
Knock it out.
Okay.
Knock it out.
Yeah. So listen, good
Oh,
show, y'all. Good show.
yes.
Good
Yeah.
show. Thank y'all for
All right.
hopping
Well, I
in.
can't wait to the next topic.
Yeah. My wheels are churning already.
Yep. Yep.
So we're gonna come back at y'all. We still wanna encourage and we want to talk to y'all. We want to get a good message to the people out there that's still holding on, even if you're not
Hmm.
in church, you're not attending church. That's the ones that we really, or the ones that's going to church.
Right.
We want to just let y'all know that you can still have a relationship with God, even though you might not be affiliated or connected with the church. But to
Hmm.
let you know, just to hold on in there, find
Yeah.
that place that might be on your heart and God will lead you the rest of the way. So we're gonna come back at y'all later this year, before the year's out. We so busy, but to come back with another hot topic for everybody. Thank you, Sister Ricky.
Yes,
Thank you, Brother Will.
No doubt.
We had some good stuff tonight.
Yeah,
we'll be
great
back.
show.
All right, the church doors are closing. I'm going to put let me put it back
up. A theme song on.
Our theme song.
Here's the church. Here's the steeple.
Here's the doors letting the people. Where's my thing at? Where's my music at? It ain't coming up.
We need to do bloopers.
There you go.
Thank you, y'all, for rolling with us tonight.
Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, Chronicles of a Preacher's Kid, y'all.
We love you.